Russian paratroopers destroy AFU electronic warfare station and self-propelled gun on Dnieper River. The operation began with extensive aerial reconnaissance by Russian forces, which led to the identification of two critical enemy assets. Russian EW specialists were able to analyze the signals and pinpoint the exact location of the electronic warfare station. Further investigation revealed that this station was covering an area where an AFU command post was likely operating. The ability to identify and locate such a critical target demonstrated the high level of coordination between reconnaissance teams, EW experts, and paratrooper units on the ground. Neutralizing the electronic warfare station. Once the targets were identified, the Russian forces prepared to deploy Lancet loitering munitions. These precision-guided drones, designed to hover over a battlefield and strike designated targets, have become an effective tool in modern warfare. The Lancet's ability to loiter for extended periods allows for careful target selection, ensuring a high probability of success. The reconnaissance drone crew skillfully guided the Lancet munition towards the electronic warfare station. This strike crippled the AFU's ability to use electronic warfare in the region, removing a significant layer of defense that had been protecting their command post. Eliminating the self-propelled gun. Following the successful destruction of the EW station, the paratroopers turned their attention to the second target, the AFU self-propelled gun. This artillery system, capable of delivering devastating firepower, was another high-value asset for the Ukrainian forces. Using another Lancet loitering munition, the paratroopers carefully navigated the drone towards the target. 1st Guards Tank Army destroys 2 AFU Leopard tanks in Kharkov region. Detection and targeting of the Leopard tanks. The operation began when Russian reconnaissance units detected movement and identified camouflaged positions of AFU Leopard tanks in 2 separate areas of the Kharkov region. These tanks were actively firing on Russian positions, posing a significant threat to the forces on the ground. Destroying the tanks with advanced munitions. The destruction of the 2 Leopard tanks was executed using 2 different types of munitions, each selected for its specific capabilities. The first tank was taken out using a Lancet loitering munition, a type of precision-guided drone designed to hover over the battlefield and strike high-value targets. The Lancet, known for its ability to adjust its trajectory mid-flight, allows operators to carefully guide it toward armored vehicles, ensuring that the target is hit with maximum accuracy. In this case, the drone was expertly maneuvered to strike the first Leopard tank, delivering a direct hit that rendered it inoperable. The second Leopard tank was neutralized using a Krasnopol high-precision projectile fired from a 152mm MSTS self-propelled howitzer. The Krasnopol projectile, which is laser-guided, can strike its target with pinpoint accuracy, making it ideal for targeting heavily armored vehicles like the Leopard tank. The MSTS, a versatile and powerful artillery system, provided the necessary range and firepower to launch the Krasnopol projectile from a distance, safely neutralizing the second tank without exposing the artillery crew to counterattacks.
Есть. Видео теряйся.
Ukrainian soldier surrenders under Russian quadcopter surveillance in Verbovoy. After enduring a relentless barrage from Russian artillery and UAV attacks, including the dropping of munitions directly into the dugout, the AFU soldier found himself concussed and demoralized. In the face of overwhelming force, he decided to lay down his weapon and surrender. It was at this point that the AFU serviceman attempted to communicate with the Russian quadcopter operator hovering above. The quadcopter, armed with a VOG-25 munition, continued to hover menacingly over the Ukrainian soldier, closely monitoring his every move. The UAV's presence served as both a psychological and tactical tool, preventing the soldier from attempting to flee or resist. The quadcopter effectively controlled the situation, ensuring that the AFU soldier remained compliant as he was escorted to Russian forward positions. capture and safe escort to Russian lines. The captured Ukrainian serviceman was guided by the quadcopter to the forward positions of the Crimean paratroopers. The use of UAVs to manage enemy movements and ensure the safe capture of prisoners marks a significant development in modern battlefield tactics, where drones are no longer just tools for reconnaissance or attack, but also serve as a means of controlling the enemy in surrender situations. Upon reaching the Russian positions, the Ukrainian POW was met by the paratroopers, marking the successful conclusion of the operation. His surrender without further resistance underscored the psychological impact of Russia's coordinated use of artillery and UAVs, which left the AFU soldier with little choice but to give up his arms.
На тех же установках, один огонь. В готовности один огонь. Заряжено. Выстрел!